Okay, going to talk about a film called Naked. This is a film about a character played by one of the Wayans brothers. I'll put his name up at the bottom because I can't remember which one it is now. He's on his wedding day and he wakes up naked in a lift in a hotel on the other side of town, and he has to get to his wedding. But every time an hour runs out, or the church bell rings rather on that hour, he resets Groundhog Day back to being in the lift. And obviously hilarity ensues as you see him learn to love his wife properly, appreciate her. He puts all the wrongs right in his life, and he finds out a little bit about himself along the way. That's the film, and that's what you'll get. It's very basic, very simple to watch, and you know, it's very pleasant viewing. You know, my wife and I watched it as an hour and a half's derivative television because nothing else was on. The bigger issue though is that Netflix as a whole seems to have greenlit a load of, I'm going to call them backdoor remakes of films. They've got at least 2 Groundhog Day rehashes. They've also got Naked, and there's another one called, I can't think of it now. I'll put the name up on the screen. And then there's another one called You Get Me, which is a remake of Fatal Attraction. And then there's another one that's called #Reality High, and that's basically a remake of Mean Girls, which in itself I think might have been a remake of something else. But anyway, these films all seem to have come out around the same time, and I don't know if they've done a deal with a production company or a couple of production companies to say, look, these properties have either expired and we can rip them off wholesale, or we can just get away with it because the basic ideas are relatively public domain. Either way, they're making these sort of subpar rehashes that only serve to remind you of the original. Particularly the You Get Me, which is the Fatal Attraction remake. That is really, really obviously a takeoff of Fatal Attraction, and it's all done with this sort of stylized teen drama, and they're making them all for the teen market as well. And I don't know if this is the plan for their future productions, and if it is, it's probably a misstep. There may be other films on there that I haven't seen that possibly follow this formula, and I don't know. I'd like to know if someone can tell me. I don't know if it's a fashion trend. I don't know if a sufficient amount of time has passed, but it just struck me that there was a lot of these films that are rehashing old stuff and not doing them justice. Yeah, I'm rambling now, but if anyone else has got a view on that, or you think I'm just being sort of paranoid at this, be interested. But it just struck me as that they're wasting a lot of good time and money, and possibly the reputation they built up by producing quality programming in original films, on these sort of derivative items. I know there's a market there with like teen girls and teenagers wanting to see things, but to be honest, they can watch the originals now, and if they were just repackaged, they'd be quite happy to watch the originals. But these ones don't even really do the originals justice. But they just have these teen stars, like Halston Sage is in 2 of them, which makes me think that they're booked out as a group from the same production company. And Bella Thorne, I think her name is as well, she appears in 1. Yeah, let me know what you think. Just thought I'd put that out there.